Welcome to episode 410, Thomas Petofi, from poor immigrant to the father of electronic trading in Wall Street. This is an outline of episode 410. There are 4 reasons why we study Thomas Peterffy. First, he's the father of electronic trading in Wall Street. Second, he's one of the wealthiest men in Wall Street. Third, he came to the United States at age 21 and could not speak English. Fourth, he self-taught himself programming and is the inventor of the world's first touchscreen handheld trading computer. Let us meet Thomas Peterffy.
I grew up in a socialist country, and I have seen what that does to people. There is no hope, no freedom, no pride in achievement. The nation became poorer and poorer, and that's what I see happen.
Peterffy was born in 1944 in Budapest, Hungary. He was an engineering student in Hungary in 1965. When he left Hungary and immigrated to the United States, he was 21. He could not speak English. First job, first skill. His first job was a draftsman in an architecture firm. The company bought a computer. No one knew how to use it. Peterffy volunteered, and he figured out how to program. His first opportunity, Wall Street was against automation.
Option quotes on the floor. In order to input the S&P 500 price, we had what we called a human ticker. And that's the person that looked at the screen and put the price up or down to make sure it was the exact same price. These are the rules that the exchanges had to make sure that people did not move ahead with automation.
In 1977, Peterffy purchased a seat on the American Stock Exchange. He saw the opportunity to automate stock option trading. Peterffy said he came up with a formula very similar to the Black-Scholes model. Now, what is the Black-Scholes model? I think Black and Scholes are 2 economists who won the Nobel Prize in economics. In 1983, he invented the world's first touchscreen handheld trading computer.
I have the first handheld iPad type of computer that I made up in 1983. That the people used on the floor. So this was connected to a battery, and here you could display options, various strikes and expiration dates, and here were the bids and here were the offers, and that way our people on the floor could see what our market was. And via these touch-sensitive points, it's a touchscreen, yeah.
And we're talking what year?
1983.
So did you patented this?
No, I don't believe in patents. I believe that patents make other people disincentivized in coming up with new things.
So other people were sort of copying you?
Sure, other people always copied me, but that's okay. That moves the world forward.
Peterffy was almost shut down by Wall Street regulators.
The keyboard was connected to, and we put in keystrokes via computer, so we were much quicker without having to use the keyboard, having to have people sitting there using the keyboard. So this NASDAQ official came, and he saw this, and he said, well, you can do that. I said, why not? He says, well, because look at the rule. It says that all orders have to be input by the keyboard. So we decided to build a overlay over the keyboard that had pistons, rubber fingers that would go up and down and type, right? And the only problem was it was very loud. So it was really typing like... And so the next time the fellow who comes in again and he hears this crazy noise, and the orders flying in and out, so he didn't know what to do, and he just looked for a while, and then he went away, and then we never heard of him again.
In 2007, his company Interactive Brokers went public in Wall Street and raised $1.2 billion.
Why should you manage your finances on Interactive Brokers platform? Our commissions are lower than almost any other broker. Even more important, our execution prices are better than most other brokers. I assure you, if there were any other broker whose execution stats were anywhere near as good as ours, they would have published them by now. The interest we charge on margin loans is less than half as much as what other brokers charge.
In 2018, he became one of the richest men in Wall Street.
Here, as a young boy, I was fantasizing about one day going to America, making a success of myself, the American dream. America's wealth comes from the efforts of people striving for success. Take away their incentive with bad-mouthing success, and you take away the wealth that helps us take care of the needy. Yes, in socialism the rich will be poorer, but the poor will also be poorer. People will lose interest in really working hard and creating jobs. I think this is a very slippery slope. It seems like people don't learn from the past.
What have I learned today? 5 things. First, he made his fortune in technology, even though he's the exact opposite of a Silicon Valley nerd. He was an immigrant who could not speak English. He started in New York City instead of California. He did not rely on venture capital. And lastly, he invented the world's first iPad 20 years before Steve Jobs. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. My next video will be Thomas Peterffy, 10 Lessons. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.